Welcome to Friday Favorites and Flops. I was just joined by my assistant Alf. Here I thought I was like all prepared. Almost. We're almost there. Okay. Hi. Happy Friday. You guys, it's the end of another week. How does this keep happening? That's my question, but it's fine. I'm actually prepared for it. We, I think, have one more week of school left, and then we're on spring break. And I just set up some family pictures for the end of spring break. They're going to be done with the dogs. I'm very excited. We have not had family pictures done since Stella was 1. Yeah. We did some family pictures that were really cute, super cute when Stella was she had just turned 1. Maybe at the end of this video, I'll pop in a few of the pictures. She was such a cute baby. This kid was really freaking cute. And she was just like super photogenic. So I'm hoping, I don't know, we have a preteen on our hands. I don't know how she's gonna feel about doing these pictures, but we're gonna try it. So anyway, how often do you guys take family pictures? We're awful about taking pictures together as a family, just like on our phones. Like every once, literally in a blue moon, we will take a picture, the 3 of us together, like a selfie or something, but we never take pictures together as a family. And I don't know. I like looking back on those pictures with my parents and my brothers. My brothers drove me crazy, but it's so fun to look back on those pictures, right? So, yeah, I need to get better about that. But yeah, I'm always curious. We have some friends who do family pictures every year. Like every year, my friend Melissa hires a professional photographer, and she drags her 2 boys out into like a field or the forest with her husband or the mountains. And they do these family pictures, and they have these pictures up all over their house, and I always love it. Like it's really cute to watch the age progression of the kids with each year. And yeah, but we're like complete opposites. I don't know. I feel like there's probably a good in between, maybe every few years. I don't know. You guys let me know what you do, and we'll probably do this again when Stella's 18. Probably be the next time that we take family pictures. All right, you guys, I have my favorites. I will put links for everything that I'm sharing in the description box down below. I feel like there's not a ton of stuff today, but I mean, there's always stuff. So let's get into it with my perfume pick of the week. And I was wearing some heavier scents. It's actually kind of a nice day today when I'm filming. But I've gotten into like my heavier florals again. So despite spring just barreling towards us, I have been loving my winter florals. And one of the ones that I really love, this is heavy. This is something that most people would probably consider like a date night perfume, and a date night in the winter. You know, this is heavy. This is the 7 Virtues Blackberry Lily. Oh, you guys, if you have not ever, if you've never sought this out, you need to, especially if you like spicy, ambery, just beautiful, rich, dark, heavy florals. Well, that's what this is. This does have some sweetness to it. It does have blackberry in it after all. But it's really just a lovely fragrance. I have it in the rollerball format, and I also have it in the full size of the perfume. I loved it that much that I purchased the rollerball first and then went right back to Sephora. I think it was actually the next day, and I purchased the full size before I even finished this. That's how much I loved this the first time I smelled it. And this one wears beautifully on me. The 7 Virtues is a really beautiful, clean perfume brand. They're obviously cruelty-free. They're sold at Sephora. They have a decent variety of scents. My other favorite from them is Vanilla Woods. You guys have heard me talk about Vanilla Woods obsessively for a while now. I think I have about this much left in my Vanilla Woods. That'll be a repurchase immediately upon completing it. It's such a great scent. If you like heavier, kind of darker vanillas, that one's a really good one too. It's very similar to the Sol de Janeiro Bom Dia fragrance if you have that body cream. The perfume smells very similar to that, so it's delightful. Definitely check this out. They also have a neroli or orange blossom scent that I'm really curious about. I don't need another perfume. Is that gonna stop me? No. All right, let's talk skincare. Again, still masking. Every few nights I've been masking, and I've been doing really good with this project use up a lot of the masks that I have in my collection, because for a while there I got really lazy about masking. Like for months I just really was not doing it at all, and it was just pure laziness. It wasn't that like I was tired of my masks or I didn't find them to be effective. I just got lazy. I use masks mostly as just like kind of a nice spa treat. I do think it's better to leave skincare on your skin. So if you can find leave-on masks that you really like, which are basically just, I don't know, they're basically like moisturizers, right? Like you just pop them on at the end of your routine at night and just go to bed and wash it off in the morning. I think those masks are really probably even better than rinse-off masks, but I do think there are benefits to a lot of these rinse-off masks as well. Anyway, I love Strivectin. And this is the Strivectin Multi-Action Super Greens Soother Mask. This is a cooling gel mask with celery sprouts and cannabis sativa oil. I find this one to be very soothing, very relaxing and cooling. This is one of the, do you guys see that? It's like a gel consistency. I like to put this one in the refrigerator. I don't have a refrigerator in my kitchen right now because that's broken. That was fun. Yeah, so I'm really ready to have a fridge in the kitchen again. It's only been about a week now since our fridge went out. We have one out in the garage, so we're using that, and then we have a small fridge in the backyard, but yeah, it sucks. I'm constantly going to the fridge and opening it, and because we haven't gotten rid of the old one. Craig thought he could fix it. He can't. This is like a long side story, but basically I like to keep this in the refrigerator, and it feels really incredible when you put this on your skin when it's cold. It just is like this beautiful, soothing, cooling treatment for your face. And I love to just plop it on, get in bed, and turn on my spa radio station on Pandora, and I just veg out for, I will take a nap for like 45 minutes and then have this on my face. It's not like a real nap, because when I nap, I'm like rolling around all over the place, but I try to meditate, clear my mind, let the ingredients do their thing, and then I feel refreshed, ready to go. This is wonderful. I see myself repurchasing this one just because of the way that it just feels so nice on the skin. It leaves my skin hydrated afterwards, very soothed. I feel like this might be a really nice one for those of you with rosacea to check out, but before I really... Yeah, this does have a fragrance to it, so maybe not. Yeah, I would say if you have rosacea, actually not, and especially if you have an aversion to fragrance, don't pick this up, but I like it. Okay, I have gotten back into using this sometimes I will just take a break from the Paula's Choice BHA products, and then I usually come to regret that. Because if I don't use BHA for an extended period of time, I find that I start getting sebaceous filaments again very quickly. I don't really deal with blackheads anymore, but sebaceous filaments are definitely still a thing for my enlarged pores. I love this 2% liquid exfoliant from Paula's Choice. If you have never tried this, this is a wonderful place to start with BHA. Also, this 4-ounce bottle should last you forever, because basically all you need to do is, I like to just do a few drops into the palm of my hand and then like massage it into my enlarged pore areas. And I'll literally like give myself a facial massage for like 3-4 minutes. Just stand there, just rubbing it in. It has a slightly oilier texture. I actually prefer to use this at night. I know a lot of people that use this during the daytime. It's a little too oily in terms of texture for me during the daytime, but I do it at night and I just do a facial massage with it. And then I'll put on a moisturizer afterwards and hop in bed. And I find that if I use this a couple times a week for several weeks in a row, it just clears everything on my skin back up. BHA has also really been great for me in terms of like dealing with breakouts. I don't have a ton, but I did get a little I got a little friend on my chin earlier this week, and I was like, it's been a while. What do I even do with this? So I was using this and was literally just rubbing it in to the little pimple that was it was one of those like deep, painful chin ones. No idea where it came from. I don't typically get these types of breakouts, but I just rubbed that in and it's pretty much gone. I think I have there's like a little bump left and a little redness like right here, but it's mostly healed up. So this is good stuff. I love this. Also, I uploaded my review of this week. This is the vitamin C product that I've been using pretty much for the last 3 weeks exclusively. This is the Peach and Lily, and it's been a little over 3 weeks. It's probably been closer to a month. The Peach and Lily Transparency Pro Spot Treatment. So I've been using this as just a general like brightening treatment for my face. I've also used this on some of Stella's spots. I just call her into the bathroom at night and just kind of like dab it on her breakouts. She's been dealing with a lot of breakouts like right here, like in this area. And I think it's because she plays with her face a lot, and I see her for whatever reason playing a lot with her eyebrows and just like rubbing her eyes. And while she's pretty good about washing her hands on a regular basis, she's still a kid. And so there's a lot of bacteria that I'm sure she's just introducing into her skin, and she's already breakout prone. So yeah, we've kind of been treating some spots. I find that this has lessened the redness of her breakouts pretty significantly. It doesn't irritate her skin at all. Like, it's quite gentle. The vitamin C in here is ascorbyl tetraisobutylate, I believe. So that's the vitamin C derivative that they chose for this formula. It's very gentle, it's very potent, and it's also stable, so you don't have to worry about this formula degrading. If you missed the video, I will link it down below, but it's really great vitamin C product, and I really like Peach and Lily in general. They're a Korean skincare brand, and I've had great luck with their products in the past, especially their glass skin serum. That is fantastic, and that comes in like a jumbo size now, which is kind of fun. So if you're really into that glass skin serum, you can get like a mega size of it. Is that it for, yep, let's talk makeup. That was skincare. All right, this lipstick. I'm on a mission to finish this lipstick this year, not because I don't like it, but because I actually really do like it. And I realized that I'm so close to finishing it, so I kind of have a little project pan going here. But this is a fantastic lipstick formula, even if you don't like this nude color. This is the Au Naturel shade from Grande Cosmetics. This is their Grande lipstick. It has this little like core thing running through the middle of it, and it's basically a moisturizer. I think they say this is like a plumping, it's not a plumping product, but it just hydrates the lips really beautifully. And I love this color. This is one of the lipsticks that I reach for pretty frequently, obviously pretty frequently, because it's so easy and it goes with whatever makeup look I have going on. I love that. I love when things, boy, he is just in and out today, isn't he? Sir, sit down. Yeah, that's really good. I think this might be on clearance now. If it is, I think you should snag it. This is such a beautiful color. This is the B-Day Bay from the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush line. This is just a beautiful pinky peach. It's matte. This is what I have on my cheeks today. This is such a beautiful peachy pink for spring. And it's another one of those very simple, easy blushes that you can grab, kind of like exposed when you're like, I don't know what blush to put with, you know, what I have going on the rest of my face. Just grab this and you'll probably be fine. If this is on sale, I think you should really grab this because I think it's being clearanced out. Where did I see it on sale? Okay, I'm gonna have to look around, but just trust me, if you can still get this, especially if it's on sale, you should pick this up. I also really like the packaging. It's such pretty, it's like a glitter, I don't know, I'm a sucker for packaging. I realize that a lot of people are not, but this makes me happy. Whenever I see it, when I open my drawer here, I'm like, that's a happy blush, give me that. I have been using this brush from BK Cosmetics to do my powder foundation for the last couple of weeks. And I have to say, I love this brush. So this is normally what I use most days for my powder foundation. It's from MELANIEP. This is their bronzer powder brush. If you are a powder foundation person, these are the two brushes that I would really encourage you to check out. This one I think is around 15 bucks. This one is, oh, I don't remember. Is it 32 or something? I don't know. I'll link it down below. But this is the number 103 brush. And I don't think this is supposed to be a powder foundation brush. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's probably just supposed to be a powder brush, but it's not super dense. So what I like about this right now is my skin's looking really nice right now. So I don't feel like I need quite as much coverage for my powder foundation. I just like the powder foundation because it just evens things out really nicely. Sort of helps to absorb excess oil throughout the day. It's just, you know, it's part of my routine. I like it. I like powder foundation. This applies it a little bit more sheerly than this does, which is kind of nice sometimes when you want a lighter look. This one I can build up my powder foundation with a little bit better, but this is wonderful for the days where I just want like light to medium coverage. This is good for like more medium to full coverage. Sir, what are you growling at? He just looks at me like something. Come on, guy. Come on, we're almost done. You can do it. This is great. I really like these BK brushes, you guys. It took me a long time to try them, and they did send them to me in PR, in full disclosure. I've heard a lot of people talking about them, and I'm like, oh yeah, they look nice, but they really are nice brushes. If I lost this, I would totally repurchase it. Like, this is just fantastic to have in my collection, and they're really well made. They don't feel super heavy, but they're also like not light and cheap feeling by any stretch of the imagination. The ferrules are really secure. There's no shedding. I've washed these so much, and not a single fiber or hair has come out. Like, they just wash up really well, and yeah, they're great. These are great brushes. Love those. But this isn't bad either, you know? This is the eyeshadow palette that I was wearing most of this week, other than when I shared the tutorial with you or to check it with me on Monday. That was the Punked palette from Smashbox. But this week I have busted out the Glam palette from Natasha Denona. And these are very boring colors. This is very bland, but that's kind of my thing. I just love how these apply. They're so lovely. I really like the Natasha Denona formula. I realize her eyeshadows are probably overpriced, but they're fantastic. And if I really like the color story of a palette, I'm more than happy to pay for it. So this is one that again, if I lost this, I think I would actually totally repurchase it. They're really blendable. These mattes that she has in here are so quick and easy to just like put into your crease. And then you can pick any of these shimmers. So today I have this color, which is called Center Eyelid. I have this on my lid, and it's just this really pretty taupey shimmer. And that I really like the way that looks with my green eyes. I think it's kind of fun. It's not really exotic, but I think it's a pretty color. So. You guys hear this? He's so tough. No one's home. Except maybe. Apparently there's ghosts in my house. Also, this is the last thing I want to mention. This is from Living Proof. Sir. Come on. Let's be best friends. Come on. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Heat Styling Spray. This is a heat protection spray that I've been testing out. I really like this. It does add like a nice shine. Can you guys see the shine in my hair? Oh, I really like the shine this gives my hair. And it's not wearing it down at all. I've been using this and then blow drying with my Dyson Airwrap. I've been using that blow dryer every single day. It's a great blow dryer for me. I've also used the like smoothing brush that they have. Well, there's two options that come with it. I really like this Dyson Airwrap thing, you guys. I paid for mine. I used a bunch of Ulta points and then paid for the rest of it myself. So it wasn't sent as PR or anything. Really, really like that thing. Now, I haven't played with the barrels as much in terms of like using those to like curl my hair. I'm getting the hang of that a little bit more. I have done it a few times, but it's not something that I'm going to do every day. But I do really like using the hair dryer every single day, and then a lot of times just using the brush with like the little pink nubs at the end to smooth my hair out. And this pairs really greatly with that. So this provides heat protection up to 450 degrees, and it's like a spray. Here, I'll show you guys. So it's just like an aerosol spray, and you just lightly mist your hair when it's damp. And then I'll add all of your other styling products. This is fantastic, and I really like the smell of Living Proof hair products. They smell really nice. Very unique fragrance to those. But if you've never tried this is kind of a different take on a heat protectant. I feel like most of the time I just use the ones that are like liquid, you know, and just like put them through my hair with my fingers. It's kind of nice to just be able to like spray something in there and move on. So yeah, this is nice. I like this. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Now that Alf has calmed down, the video is over. I hope you guys have a really great weekend. If you're interested in home fragrance stuff, some of that will be coming up this weekend. So subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up, and check out that description box down below for where to find all of these goodies and any other information. I'll put links to the tutorial that I did, and then also my review of this. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.